This is a drill for if you're dealing with lateral elbow pain or tennis elbow, especially things like gripping or any type of pulling activity. First step is to figure out which motion is the painful one for you. So I'm gonna start with my arm at my side. And if I just squeeze really hard, does that recreate your pain? Same thing if I keep my elbow at my side and pull my wrist up, push into that, does that recreate my pain? If neither of those do, you can do the same things with a straight elbow. If I grip really hard with my arm straight, does that recreate it? Or if I pull my wrist up there and resist it, does that recreate it? If they're all painful, just start with the one that's the least painful and work your way up over time to the more painful ones. A straight arm is more aggressive than a bent arm. So that's something to keep in mind. So what you're gonna do here, you can use anything here. I'm using a doorway. You can use a rig, you can use anything nice and sturdy you can kind of lean your arm against. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my upper arm against the doorway here, so my elbow is free. So my elbow is not touching the doorway here. It's in the space. What I'm gonna do from there is I'm gonna use whatever motion and position was the one I wanna work on. So if a gripping with a bent elbow was the painful one I kinda wanna work on, I'm gonna keep my arm at this 90-degree angle here. I'm gonna take the webbing of my hand here and place it on my forearm, and I'm going to be pushing straight across. So I'm just pushing force straight across, like right through that area of pain. So I'm trying to push my right across there. I'm just gonna maintain some nice tension there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maintain that pressure. And I'm going to just grip for a couple seconds, relax. I'm gonna squeeze as hard as I can. You can experiment a little bit with the direction of your force, like a little bit more up, a little bit more towards the floor. Your goal is to find an angle that is the least amount of pain. And using that, shooting for a set of 10, then you'd relax, take a break, retest, see how it feels. Do that for 3 or 4 sets. The easy way to progress this over time is to go from a bent arm to a straight arm. If I'm doing wrist extensions, that would be the same thing. It'd just be starting with a bent arm, doing wrist extensions, work my way to a straight arm, wrist extensions. And I would just simply add weight, grip harder, squeeze something that's larger. So a larger towel would make it a little bit more aggressive as well.